Hi, I'm Sophie, and I haven't seen a lot of movies.
Hi, I'm Paul, and I'm here to help with that. And we are
SP Film Viewers. I didn't know you were good at doing that. I've never heard that before.
get copyright claimed if we carry on.
Are you saying I'm that amazing?
No, I'm just saying anybody will. Music companies or whatever be like on us.
Give me a break.
Can't be doing too much. But I think that kind of surmises this film in a sense.
Yeah, it does. And to be fair, you have ruined my childhood. So thank you.
I mean, it kind of ruined mine a little bit from
I'm
which I'll
glad
get
I didn't
into
watch this as a child.
because I did, but we'll
I'm
get into
awful
that in a minute. I know, yeah, exactly, yeah. So today, well, this is one that we from a while back when I gave people the option of like there was this between this one and Office Space, and surprisingly, Office Space won out of the two. I'm thinking, really? Because I thought
I
people
actually
would.
understand it now. I
But-
do. I get it.
But I mean, obviously, because this is like one of those things. It's fun to rip on these films.
Okay.
That's why I thought it would win, but strangely, no, there was like Office Space. So it's like, okay, we'll put it on the back burner and said we'll come back to it at some point.
Well, I was disappointed because I love Mario. Like that is like my childhood is playing Mario games and all of that. Everything. Literally, I would want to be Peach if I could have been. Like that would be like, you know, with what's it called? Super Smash Bros. Is it where you put your frying pan?
What? Yeah, sorry, the frying pan. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not Thor.
No, I'm thinking of the hammer.
Oh yeah.
But, no, the frying pan. You're right. Yeah.
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 And then it sneezes. Achoo!
Yeah.
Because I have Peach sneezes.
You do.
But this is just nothing.
Oh no, this
related to Mario. Like
except for the opening music that's in the film, and that's about the closest you really get to.
I've played loads of Mario games though. Like obviously there's the Luigi's Haunted Mansion, amazing. Love it. There's the Mario Go-Karts. There's the
Super Mario Party. Yeah.
Super Mario Party, yep. And there's the actual just the Mario platform where you saving Peach all the time because she gets always into bother. I feel like there's another one that I'm forgetting. I don't know. Oh, Super Smash Bros. But that's not that the kind of characters are within that, aren't they? Yeah. And I know I used to play these games while eating toast before I went to school. I don't know if that's my childhood. I don't know if that's the best childhood to be having, but that's what I used to do before I went to school.
Okay. Well, yeah, if you haven't gathered already, we are talking about the abomination that is Super Mario Bros. The movie from 1993.
I have so many questions. I just don't get it at all.
So you might have got away with Halloween from last month, but the nightmare continues.
I think you've been really cruel with this because I was really looking forward to a good film. My attention span in this film, I was like a child. Anything else I could do.
Yeah, you were saying like, can I do something else? Well,
yeah, can I multitask?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm really wasting my time here.
Yeah.
And
the film is quite long for what it is. It's
how long was it? Because it felt like it went on forever.
Yeah, like an hour and 45 minutes.
Is that all it is? That's not that bad actually. It felt like 3 hours to me. I hated every second. I even at one point, I know because you broke it up into bits for me to be able to like be tolerable.
There's no way you could.
I was fine at the beginning because I didn't know what I would get myself into. When we were going for the second half, I was like, no, I've seen enough. I don't want any more.
So with me, the first time watching it when I was quite young, so it was 1993. It came out.
I'd have only been 1 year old.
So I must have been like 7 or 8 or something, I think.
Had you played a Mario game at this point?
I knew of it. I like going to friends' houses and play on the Super Nintendo, whatever like that.
Yeah. Did you not have a Nintendo?
No, I had the first proper console I had was Game Boy Color, which was Pokemon when that came out. So it was like
I don't class that as a console. Is that weird of me?
No, but
because it was handheld.
I know what you're saying. That's my first example of like a sort of games console.
What's the one where you used to have to blow it and then put it in, and it was like a tape thing? Because if it didn't work,
N64.
I had one of those with the weird, funky alien controller things.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But anyway,
and that's how I hurt my toe. Just so you know, I have a dodgy toe. If anybody wants to know, I have a dodgy toenail, and I tripped over that wire on because the way that the kitchen was positioned, the telly was high up. It was a hazard, really.
Right, okay.
You would have hated it. Because you're like...
Sounds like a death trap.
It is. And I wanted to get out, and somebody were playing on the game, and it was critical, apparently. Like, you know what they get like on them games? Like, if you die, you have to go all the way back to the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like you've...
Unforgiving they were.
Yeah, they were cruel. Yeah. So you couldn't get in front of the telly, but I wanted to go, and I couldn't get out.
Right.
So I kind of climbed underneath and over, and I think I wrecked the game from him. I think it must have been my sister. Got my foot caught on the wire, tripped over, bent my toe backwards, and the whole game went on the floor. But I don't know if... It didn't break, though. Nowadays, if that were an item we had for console...
Should be placing PlayStations or Xboxes on countertops, though, to be fair. But yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, they're very fragile.
Yeah, I don't know why it was in there. I don't know why we just didn't play it in the living room, but we used to sit in the kitchen, eating toast, playing. We had a TV in the kitchen, which I think is a bit weird.
Sounds very American, that does.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry, anyways, back to you.
Yeah. So, 8 years old, probably, I guess. I don't know, I was just watching TV, and it's like, oh...
I find that really weird.
What? No, there's TV in my room as well, like even at that age.
Oh, okay. No, I never had that, so I feel like it's weird you're just flicking through the channels to find something to watch like an old man.
Can I finish your story, please?
Yes, of course.
God, going on tangents here. Right, so it's not even like a big thing. It's just kind of like, oh, like Super Mario Bros. Is coming on TV. This will be interesting to see what this is all about. Like, I've no real concept, wasn't what the graphics of the games were back then. They weren't like they are now. I'm watching, going like, okay, right, this is interesting. Where we're going, like, when are they going to become cartoon characters or something like that? Yeah. And then it's like all these. Now it's like, well, it's talking about dinosaurs, but there's no dinosaur people in this.
Paul.
Really, when they're talking about...
Just a little side note here, if nobody does know Paul loves a dinosaur. That you used to want to be a little dinosaur when you walked to school, and you used to try and be T-Rex with your arms, just so people can get the concept of the fact that if there wasn't a dinosaur appearing, eventually there is. But
yeah,
you would have been like wanting to watch it more, knowing there's a dinosaur. Yeah.
So I was like going through where's dinosaurs. This is kind of promised dinosaurs when they were going about it with the storyline and everything. It's just like, oh. So I was going through all the way through and thinking, this is very serious and like very dark and in the tone of what the film's going for, and it's like this doesn't seem like what it's going for even back then. And since then, I've not seen it all the way through.
What age film is this? Because if you're watching it at 7, like, is it a PG or?
It's a PG film, yeah.
Were your parents present?
No.
I don't know. I feel like that's weird having TV in your bedroom. That I know it sounds strange for me to say that, because I can imagine loads of kids now like, what is she on about? I have a TV in my room and I have a phone and all of that crap.
No.
But when I was little, my bedroom was to sleep. I didn't have a TV in there. That's maybe why we had it in the kitchen, because my dad used to watch all this crap on the living room telly.
But since then, I've not like really seen it other than like clips on YouTube or somebody else reviewing it on YouTube. So it was like interesting to come back to this with like a more critical eye of like how's it hold up, and to be fair, it doesn't really hold up much better than what I remember back then. It's just like, these jokes are shit. It's too trying to be too serious, but then it's goofy at the same time with like the music and everything. It
tries to have that video appeal, so it tries to kind of like add elements to that. I think that's like with the music, it tries to do it with that, and also when trying to save it. Like there's one where they're getting out of jail and they're trying to get on this rope, and you can think, that's some part of an element of a game where you kind of trying to do that.
But not Mario game, because when did Mario ever go on a rope and kind of stuff? They feel like they really missed the mark. They didn't really do any research into what Mario was, or
no, because I have a gripe. First of all, straight away when I saw it, I forgot who he is. Mario.
Bob Hoskins.
Yes.
Yeah. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is like a good example of like him in a good role.
Why do I think he's like? I straight away went, is it Danny DeVito? Is it Danny DeVito?
Just because he's trying to be like an Italian.
Yeah, and I think it's just because he's a small man.
Yeah, New York. From Brooklyn. Yeah.
To me, they're the same people in my head. They merge. I don't know why.
Okay. Well, I can say Bob Hoskins is British, but.
Is he? I'm so bad
was sorry. He actually passed away in 2014. I didn't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I don't know. I assumed.
I hope he had a better other acting career than. Because obviously, Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
It's a good example of a film. Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's amazing. Yeah. So, my gripe.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to say.
First of all, Mario is like in his 40s in this. Like, is an old middle-aged man, which is fine. But Mario's not meant to be that. And then Luigi is, about 20. And I'm like, your brothers, so where's this age gap? How old were your mum when you had the first one? Mm-hmm. And then how old, what was the age gap between there? 20 years or something. It's ridiculous how old. It looks like his dad does Mario to Luigi.
Does, to be honest, he does, yeah. Because I was like looking up and he said, like, I'm sure they're twins. And so, I know, you're right. They are. They're supposed to be twins. Obviously, I think it's
Luigi's. And so you have this, don't you, with the twin? He was born first, so he's the older twin by probably like a couple of seconds. Yeah, but it is.
Is it fraternal? Not identical twins. Fraternal is meaning just twins who don't look the same.
Yeah.
So that's why you might think, the brother. You could distinguish them being just brothers, not twins at all.
Yes. Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. But the fact that John Leguizamo, I think I pronounced that right, is
that like, Luigi?
Yeah, he's Colombian, so it's kind of like why?
He's not Italian.
No, he's trying to be in this, but I mean the actor himself is Colombian, so it's like, what could you not have gotten someone again? Like you say, why couldn't you got someone who was same age or same,
or Italian?
Or something.
Sorry, because they are, aren't they? I'm pretty sure. Mario and Luigi, they're Italian. Yeah. So it's like, okay, right, so we need someone who's Italian. Mm-hmm. I get Mario, his stature and everything is spot on. Yeah. And obviously Luigi's a lot taller and lankier. They've got that, but the age gap, I'm like, straight away, we're like, well, listen, right, they've done the casting completely wrong.
Yeah, they have.
Either make them two old men or too young. Like, that's fine, I don't mind. Like, it might be middle-aged, they might have grown up.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that because, like, obviously in a video game, I think they're about 25 years old, apparently, even though really Mario does look like an old man.
Because of the moustache.
I think it is. So it does make me think he's more older than that.
Seasoned,
so when I Googled that, I was like, really? I just thought he was older than that. But it's one of those things where I just think, well, keep it coherent. The twins, so do your research, know the fact that they're twins, so they need to be the same age, don't they? Mm-hmm. Unless one was, like, stuck in a stomach for God knows how long. Like, there's no logic in it.
But again, there's not a lot of sound logic within the film anyway.
I don't know why you put me through this. I just think you're being really mean now. Because you know what's coming up to Christmas. You're like, right, what crap can I give her before then?
It's just because of the fact of, like, you were kind of surprised that why didn't people pick that? And I was thinking, I wanted to cover it because I knew you'd be like, you're expecting, oh wow, Super Mario Bros. Movie, this is going to be good. And, there's the other one coming out in next year, which is actually animated, so that you'd hope it would certainly be better than this. And
at least they'll look like their age, won't they?
Yeah, they can't get that wrong, can they?
I hope not. Be a bit worried if they did.
So it was like, to see what you really thought of this and go like...
It's ruined my childhood. Mm-hmm. Also, I feel like the way that this film goes, I don't know, I feel like it's not a child-friendly movie.
It's really not.
It's really strange, because it's like trying to be a video game movie, which should be friendly towards children. But there's like certain scenes where they're in a club and like this woman's like wearing this spiky thing.
Yeah.
That looks like something a prostitute probably would wear.
That's right, yeah.
And it's like, and her boobs are on display, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't think I'd be like, oh, I've got a little child, I know what we'll put on a Sunday afternoon. It wouldn't be this film, would it?
No, I don't know what they were trying to go for. It's like something for the adults here, I don't know.
I don't know who said, yep. You know, like, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a person in there up above going, oh yeah, that sounds fantastic, let's put that in.
Yeah, the people who are overlooking the script and everything, like, yep, sign that off, yep.
A lot of things that looked a bit I can't say it. Too sexualised, should I say? Let's say provocative. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes.
Yeah.
So there's too many things that were provocative in this film. I feel like there was a lot of bums I saw. Like short skirts, and I'm thinking I'm not a prude, like I don't like dress like a nun, but I think when it comes to
for a kids, what's supposed to be a kids movie, it's kind of like, because obviously this is what Target is. It's supposed to be poorly representing.
Well, why would you put a nightclub in it in the first place as well with Super Mario? Like, I don't see Super Mario after the game going for a pint. Do you?
No.
Maybe a martini. I don't know. He's not Bond, is he? But maybe some. What's an Italian drink? I don't know.
Amaretti. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't drink really, do I? So I wouldn't know. But I just think it's one of those where it just seems so strange. Like, they try and put in concepts of the game. So the mushrooms.
Well, they mentioned Mushroom Kingdom, which is where the main thing of this thing is like the Earth, when obviously the dinosaurs were wiped out. There was created a parallel universe when the meteorite hit Earth. And so the dinosaurs went there and evolved in their own universe, and that's...
It just seems like a load of bollocks.
Yeah, and then then when they discover this parallel universe and getting sucked into this world where there's, the dinosaurs have evolved, and it's like, well, they're just people.
Yeah.
So that's what threw me off when I was a kid, is thinking, I'm going to see like a load of people in that, even like prosthetic costumes or something, even if it was just people that look like that.
Did you think it was going to be Pokemon? Evolving dinosaurs? I don't know. Is that the appeal?
No.
Is it not?
Well, this was before. Well, yeah, but I don't think Pokemon was... I knew about Pokemon that much anyway, to be fair.
Right, I'm just wondering if that's what it was, like an allure.
No, it's just the dinosaurs. Like,
did you think more like it could be... I forgot what the horse is. You know, when it's human heads, but then a horse's body. I forgot what they're called.
Centaur.
Yeah, maybe they could have done something a bit like that.
A hybrid, you mean?
Yeah, so it's like a human / dinosaur.
I literally just meant some like a humanoid person stature with like prosthetics. Even if it was just like looking at... Well, I mean, yeah, I do have some characters that kind of have that look about them anyway in the film. But I mean, in like... You could tell they were human, but also they were a dinosaur, reptilian-ish.
Contact lenses in, some like weird eyes.
Or something. Well, green scale skin, paint, whatever. But no, it's just it's just people.
I don't think they had the budget to do that, to be fair. I don't know what budget they had on this, but it felt like none.
I know, it's just like, yeah, it's like talking about it, like, think, but it's like, it's hard to, for me anyway, I probably, I don't know if anyone else said the same thing, it's like, it's hard to see, well, you are human, you're not dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Why are you saying that you are? Or I know you've evolved from things, but you have something differentiating. Just colour your skin different or something like that to be green or yellow or something.
Like an avatar, so then you know that which one's which. Then
that makes sense instead of just being, we're just lazy, we're just people, and just say that we're related from dinosaurs when we're not.
They have a little bit of a like, when they evolve, and you kind of at the end you see that it's a dinosaur, but then you think, I wish I hadn't seen that, because the way that they represent dinosaurs, then that end scene. It's not great. No. So actually maybe that's why. I think some of the special effects on this were shocking. Like that wall. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what was going on then.
No.
You know when so Daisy is...
Oh yeah, sorry, yes.
I forgot about Daisy. How could we forget?
Peach. Because I think, that'd be too stupid to call someone to call Peach, wouldn't it, in real life?
Well, I don't understand why Peach is not in this. This is one of my gripes, to be fair.
Because they've got to have a love interest of Luigi instead of Mario.
That's fine, because obviously Luigi's younger. Well, you could have just aged Mario younger and cast somebody else. You know, because your Super Mario Brothers, the main Super Mario brother is Mario.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah.
Mario.
Or Luigi Mario.
It's
just what a stupid thing that is. That's a stupid joke. It's like, why? What is that? Why is that even a thing?
We're 3 Marios. It's like, why would you call yourself? It's like me being Sophie or Wilkinson. It's like, why would you do that? You wouldn't, would you?
No, stupid.
Anyways, going back onto Peach though. Mario does have a squeeze, and it's like, why isn't she called Peach? Why she's called like Diane or something? I don't know. I've actually just put Peach because I thought, oh well, that must be Peach, and I was gonna have a beef about her not looking like she should be Peach.
Yeah, she
because she didn't look all like Peach.
Yeah.
And then all I've scribbled in my notes is not Peach.
Which is clarify, she's not Peach.
Which was a big problem for me because I love Peach.
Mm.
I feel like she's okay. She's not a great role model for children. Like Mario save me.
Yeah.
But I like her design. I like her character, and Daisy's a lovely character as well.
Mm-hmm. In the game,
she's got ginger hair.
Is it ginger or is it more brown?
I think she's ginger. But
okay. Well,
it might be a bit browny to you.
Sandy brown, perhaps. In like I don't know.
Ginger, and then she's in an orange dress.
Isn't it yellow?
Yellowy orange.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
She's got yellow.
Anyway,
and then
well, Daisy in this does not reflect that at all. Anyway,
well, Daisy's not there.
They couldn't. Yes, she is.
Oh no! Oh yeah, she is.
She is there, but she's in this. She's blonde, and it's like, couldn't you not?
She's a peach.
Yeah, exactly. She's kind of like supposed to be a peach,
but not a peach.
But not peach. Yeah,
because she's blonde, and the dress she wears. It's more like a pinky purple colour.
Yeah, it's a pinky, yeah.
Like Peach.
Yeah, so it's like
why are we trying to represent Peach? Have you just looked and gone, oh, that's the princess, we'll replicate that? So, Daisy, yeah, her acting's crap. Also, this weird wall that we were on about, we didn't go back to that, so let's go back to it. Mm-hmm. So, Daisy's meant to be in this other universe.
Yeah, she's part dinosaur. She hatched from an egg when she was a baby, and she had a meteorite with her as well. That was supposed to, like the key to unlock the joining of the two dimensions. Anyway, yeah.
Well, I never knew Daisy was a dinosaur.
Not until you saw this film.
Yeah.
And that doesn't reflect that in the games at all. So
I didn't know she was friends with Yoshi. I didn't know any of that, and I just think it's a load of rubbish that's been made up to try and create a film that didn't need to be created.
Yeah.
Also, the effects of the wall, so her merging into the. I don't even know what you'd call it. The dinosaur world or Coops, is it?
I think it's called Mushroom Kingdom in the thing, even though it's not. It's just Brooklyn with a bit of a dingy
horrible
vibe to it, but yeah, no.
And the effects are just like, what are you doing? And it just looked really weird. It looked like sand.
Yeah.
But grainy, and his face popping out. It reminded me of, and he had it weirdly in earlier on, did Luigi. Them things that had pins and you used to press it against your face and it'd morph.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they were trying to go for then with this, effects.
They're implying that was going to come later on in the film. I don't know. I don't think they're trying to be clever that way.
I don't think they could have been in this film any clever, to be honest.
No.
The lines... I'm really even disappointed with Mario's acting. It's not like it's even on point.
No, even Bob Hoskins in the interview said it was like one of those big mistakes that he did in his career type of thing. But
I don't even know if he took it that seriously or not, because
they didn't. They were having a drink.
Were they?
Yeah, I did a bit of research on that, and it's like they were just like drinking even between takes and stuff just to kind of get through it. I think.
Was that even Luigi too? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's how bad
Why did they carry on? I'd have gone, I can't cope with
contracts.
This. Oh, so they'd got him.
Yeah,
got him in.
Got him by the. As they do, don't they? So you've got to fulfill this. You've got to produce something here, man. So.
Oh my goodness, it's so bad, isn't it? So that just says alone, even the actors couldn't tolerate.
Yeah, what they were doing.
But what about Daisy? Did she drink then too? Because hers was.
I don't know.
Like when she meets Yoshi.
Yeah.
It's like I'm thinking, is it because the thing's not actually there?
No, it's like an animatronic puppet. It's not like a CGI thing where they're like green screen or anything.
Well, still looked like she was struggling to know where it was or what it was, to be fair. So I was just thinking, maybe give her the benefit of the doubt she's acting to nothing.
No. So
that's made it even worse now for me.
No, definitely. That looks... You can tell because it's almost like a robot puppet, like we mentioned.
You'd want one at home, wouldn't you?
mentioned about I think with the robot things that you can get as a kid type of thing.
Oh, the dog, yeah.
Or the dinosaur version of it, yeah. So it's kind of moved like that, but
I don't know what her issue was. But she just looked... No. It just... Her acting, to say she's the main lady, was really poor. To be fair, Mario didn't annoy me that much, and neither did Luigi that badly. Mm-hmm. But it was the rest of the cast.
What about King Koopa, who doesn't even look like a thing? Our friend, for the third time with the film we've seen him in recently, is Dennis Hopper.
And you know how I said, you were like saying to me, Sophie, do you recognise? And I'm like, something to do with his hand. That's all I can think of. And Paul's looking at me like, what are you on about? Like, his hand, it's like manky. And you're like looking at me. And then I think I got Speed.
Yes, that's right. Oh, yeah. Clicked.
And that is right with the hand, isn't it? He's got a weird ass hand.
Yeah, he's a bad guy in that. And he was a good guy in True Romance.
I can't remember him in that. Yeah. I do now that you said it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't have... I don't know. I just see him as a baddie. I feel like he's
got that sort of persona about him, to be honest.
Yeah. He's like Snake. I feel like that, apart from in Love Actually.
Snape.
Yeah.
Snake. Reptiles.
Yeah. He seems struggle sometimes, but then in Love Actually, I don't know if he's a really good role, to be fair.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, people just have that way about them.
They play the villain really well.
But he's a bit of a seems a bit of a germaphobe in this. Anyway, he's going to keep washing his hands and stuff all over.
I didn't even clock that.
That kind of thing. But he's got this weird like dreadlocky, scaly thing going on.
That's the only scales you've got, Paul.
And he has like a lizard tongue in one part and it's everything, but he's kind of like hamming it up and everything, and it's a bit like, really, did you look at the script? He must have known what he was getting himself into. But I mean, you have great lines like the back end was like monkey when he's like, when he's doing this, it's like, wow. I mean, round of applause there for that.
Also,
it's like, well done.
The order me a pizza thing. Like, why the hell are we knowing his pizza order?
Yeah, you said that, and it's like, what? I couldn't remember at this point myself. It's like back end, it was all a bit blurry for me. Like, I don't remember a thing about a pizza joke, and it's like, yeah, where is this going with that? And it kind of like comes back occasionally, and it's not even a good payoff at the end for what it is. It's like, oh, here's your pizza. It's like, not now. I'm busy trying to kill the plumbers or whatever. It's like, it's not even funny. It's like, that might work in a cartoon version of this. Like, someone comes in, like, flies in with here's your pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Or something. But as a just a phone call on a thing, it's like, it doesn't work. It doesn't land as a joke. It's just it's just dragged out for no reason. It
just falls flat. It really does. And you're like, okay. Why are we ordering a pizza when you're busy? Should you not ate beforehand? I don't know. Plan a little bit better. That would be my logic. And also, the fact that it's just sat there going, I can't remember his order, but it's reeling it off like special.
But then he says like, oh yeah, the Koopa special. He's not a Koopa. The Koopas are like turtle things from...
Oh, is that what they are?
Yeah,
what are the little mushrooms then?
Goombas, the brown things.
Yeah.
Goombas, which are, again, weird reptilian headed thing on just normal bodies, which is kind of like, well, again, how do you not know?
The head's bigger than the body, isn't it, on Mario? So that the little mushroom is massive, the mushroomy bit, and then the head's only like little and brown. So why have we got a small head?
The Goombas in Mario, they're like those brown things, and they're kind of like, they've got just little legs.
That's what I'm meaning, yes, they don't even have a body.
No, they don't have a body at all.
So like, the body's like minute compared to the head. The head's the main bit.
The head is the body, essentially. Yeah. And they've just got little feet.
So why we made these people so big and tiny heads? It's like the opposite.
And why they're reptilian? Because Goombas aren't reptilian. It's Koopas, if anything.
Yeah. They're the ones in the shells, aren't
they? Yeah, like turtles.
So annoying. I think I'd give me a mushroom any day. You can bob them on the head. It's the Goombas or whatever you're calling them.
Koopas. With the shells.
With the shells. It's the shells that are the nightmares.
Knock them off and you...
And they come back and they bite you in the ass and you're like... Urgh!
Yeah. So, yeah.
What's the one in the cloud then? Don't get him in this.
Well, no. I don't know what he is. Is it? You mean the one
with the fishing and the fishing rod?
I think he's a variation of it. I don't actually know what type of character he is, but
Because I didn't even know these Goombas...
That'd be too silly, wouldn't it, if there was with a cloud? Don't know how they'd interpret that as a thing.
But I didn't know that these had names, to be fair. I know, like, don't get me wrong, I know Daisy and Peach, and I know all the Marios, and I know Bowser.
No Bowser in this, though.
I'm guessing that was... What's his chops, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he's not... I think he's supposed to be. He's called King Koopa, so...
Oh, that's not a thing.
So, it's just like, again, misstep there.
But
then, even if he was Bowser, I still wouldn't accept him as Bowser, because...
It'd make more sense if he was Bowser.
Yeah, I know it would, but...
Now thinking of it. And also, you've got Yoshi.
Yes.
Which you do kind of have.
I mean, he's technically a dinosaur and he has a tongue, so...
Yeah, but you don't see the tongue.
You do. There's one point...
Not coming out of Yoshi's mouth.
Yeah, you do.
Not the full dinosaur. The way that it shoots it...
Well,
it's like half-assed, like this tongue just comes out, and it's like, see, that tongue didn't come out of that dinosaur.
Yeah.
I love how I'm beefing about it. That's my problem.
Bang. Yeah, it didn't. And she didn't turn the other person to an egg, so...
Yeah, because he poos him out, doesn't he?
In Smash, yeah.
I'd love that. If somebody annoying you, it's like...
Or, like Kirby, suck them up and spit them out and fire them off, yeah.
I could have done that several times today with people.
The only other thing... We're on a far off tangent, but it's okay with this, doesn't matter. Other things that...
I've just noticed your nose.
What, drawing little dinosaurs?
Drawing little dinosaurs.
More entertaining.
Gonna have to take a picture and put that on his thing so people can see that.
There are things like there's Bob-ombs in Bob-omb. You know the little bomb thing?
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah, you see, you know about Mario, and I know more about it than you do. Like the little character.
No, I don't know the bad things. I just like all the nice little pretty things. Like, ask me about Mario and Luigi and Peach and Daisy, and I'm like,
anyway,
no.
Was one of those that occur, and he's like, Luigi's like, oh, there's something hanging from this goo and everything. And then there's later on when they're actually a Bob-omb walking along, the thing takes about half a century to get where he's going, lighting the fuse, and it's like a little plastic toy you get out of a cracker type.
Yeah.
Walking along. There's that, and then there's like randomly there's a thing with Bullet Bill, which is another...
How do you know all these names?
They put in their those jumpy rocket boots, which I guess is what's supposed to be like that, you know, with the noise or whatever. But that effect was shocking.
How many Mario games have you played?
I don't know why.
Well, Bob-on to me means you've done a good job, like Bob-on.
Bob-omb is how you say the name.
Bob-on. Like, you know the saying Bob-on?
No.
Do you not? Is it not a Yorkshire thing? Like Bob-on?
It sounds like a Yorkshire thing.
Good job.
Right, okay.
So when you're saying that to me, I'm like, what are you saying to me? Like, Bob-on.
Bob-omb.
Bob-bomb.
I've written down. Bob-omb. Like bomb.
It's like Bob-on. Like a Bob-on as in you... I can't believe you've never heard of Bob-on.
No. If anyone else has heard of this, just let us know.
I'm sure people will have done. And
I've heard of jog on, like get lost, but
no, Bob-on. Okay. I feel like I'm making it up now. You proper making me doubt myself.
Sounds like I'm making
it up. Anyway. Well, so is that, even though it spells bomb, I guess. And then what's the other rocket called?
Bullet Bill.
Very creative with the names, aren't they? Is this Japan because it's Nintendo? Or does
that's the translation, isn't it?
Will it be called something else in Japan?
Probably, yeah.
Something better.
Perhaps, I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah. So
but there's these stupid scenes where they drag on forever and then the bomb eventually blows up. Yeah. But it's just, it feels like everything just drags and it's like...
No, I agree.
Why? And I'm looking at you thinking, oh, can I do anything else but watch this film? Like, I've wrote loads of notes and I can't even be asked reading them because it's like, I don't want to relive this. I can't. I just, like... We also get to the point of where they get their suits.
Oh, yeah. They just find them and it's like, oh, yeah, well, that's a nod to,
if you didn't know who they were already, since, we've heard Mario and Luigi, then we've got the outfits. Yes. And it's like, oh, okay, well done. You've done that right, but you haven't done the casting. No, have you done...
You've done half the characters right.
Daisy
Designs.
Peach.
Yeah.
I don't get any of it. I don't value it. I feel like it's something that should have just never been made.
I know, I feel like you've got to think that this probably is somebody's like favorite film.
Give over.
You might think, but there probably is, because
No.
I'd be shocked if there wasn't actually somebody who's like, oh, this is amazing type of thing.
Who would like this? I don't even know.
I don't know, but I can't.
I'd love to meet them and be like, can you explain to me why?
Reach out to us if this is your favourite film, because I'd like to intrigue to know why it is.
I'm a little bit worried about you as well. It might help you get on with life. It just feels really, really not child friendly. No. Stupidly weird. None of it is coherent. None of it kind of links. It feels like you're watching little segments that kind of marry together, and then they've just kind of gone, oh, right, boom, boom, that kind of flows.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's kind of like explosions and stuff like in some scenes, like, oh, isn't this cool kind of thing, but it's like, that's not really what Mario is about.
No.
Really. It's, Mario doesn't run away from explosions in a car or anything like that.
Well,
that's
Mario
not his
doesn't
thing.
normally throw the bombs either. He's dodging them.
Yeah.
He doesn't really cause any harm. He's more with his body, or he bobs them. It's not anything like, he hasn't got any ammunition to normally throw or chuck things at people.
Well, is it fire flower or something? That's something he might have, or you throw a shell at them. But those are things that just are in the game, and that's just innocent kind of thing, isn't it? Just knock enemies away, not run people over and set them fire, whatever, like, extreme kind of stuff they were doing in this film.
So also I forgot about her as well, was the redhead woman. I've wrote her name. I don't even know her name.
Lena.
Is that what she's called?
Yeah.
I just put redhead woman.
Yeah.
She's such a bitter, twisted woman. Like, she's so jealous of Daisy. She's been next to King Coop, or whatever his name is, since the get-go, basically.
Yeah.
And because she's not magical enough or whatever, like Daisy, she can't get the job done, and I think she feels a little bit like she's the old woman pushed to the side, and the newer woman is coming in.
Yeah.
Even though Daisy doesn't want anything to do with him, like, she seems just so bitter and twisted and jealous, does the redhead lady, that she just wants to kill Daisy off. And she even hurts Yoshi.
I know, that's a bit like, oh, leave him alone, you bitch.
You don't need to do that. Like, why? Yeah. Like, it's an innocent animal. It's not done anything wrong to you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that Yoshi was then able to, like, kind of whack her on the floor. Yeah. But then he does, I guess, get a bit injured because of that. But it's not like he hurt her.
No.
But, yeah. Also, back at the end, where Mario is now rescuing Not Peach.
Yeah.
There's the bit where it's like, oh, we're really cold. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I turned the central heating off. And then there's this, oh, we need to get this mattress going down. Like, so, don't get me wrong, they've bobsailed in Mario. They've done like a bobsaily thing and done stuff like that. But there's a woman in the back. She must have had a cigarette or something in her hand. And she's going all the way down this bobsleighing thing with the cig in her hand. And it's like, it's not lit. There's no purpose. You're not smoking it. But you're like, roiling around with this cig in your hand, and I'm thinking, well, first of all, it's a child's film.
Yeah.
Second of all, I'd have chucked it if I'm not thinking, oh, my priorities, I need to cling on to this because after the fact I'm going to have my cig. I'm not really thinking that. I'm like, how can I get out alive? So it really distracted me. Like, I couldn't... Yeah,
I didn't even really twig on...
I just could see her. She was a blonde one at the back, and she was just flailing around, and I'm like... What are you doing, love? Just chuck it. Like, where are your priorities?
Well, yeah, and even before that, there was not Peach. I can't remember her name. And she's like, Mario's like, shh, don't tell him.
Oh my God, I
and
know.
then there's like one of them, oh, hey, Mario, you're going to save us now. It's like, fuck, God's sake.
You know when I say about Adam Sandler, and it gets to that point where you're like, it's so annoying because it's like, it's not even funny. That's what this was. It was like, none of it was funny. No. It was just all cringe. And I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Like, why did you? And then also when they were talking, Not Peach, to Mario, like, oh yeah, and they were like doing this thing. And it's like, yeah, like you understood what he said. I don't get what he said.
I kind of half expected not remembering like how it played out, but I was kind of like, like they do like a what, and then they do more exaggerate, and then like I said and thing, and then that would be the distraction thing.
That would have worked better, to be fair.
Rather than going, hey, look, it's Mario. And then there was like there's other things that didn't really make a lot of sense, like with when they're in the Mario and Luigi are in the elevator, and then there's kind of like avoiding the Goombas or whatever, and then like making them dance. Like, what was that all about? It's like, oh, everybody likes to dance, like, and
also Toad.
Oh yes, who's a guy again, a guy who just has a spiral pattern on his.
I didn't even know it was hair. Toad until you went. That's Toad.
And then he gets turned into the thing, and he's a Goomba for the rest of the film.
I got it right.
Yeah. The only differentiating, he's got like a harmonica strapped to his neck, so
he's cute,
so
though.
that you know that it's him, but it's like not really. He's like,
I think it's just because he's got the nicest heart out of all of them, and he helps Daisy. So I feel like if I have to say anyone,
brings her a plate of veg. So
and I thought that was cute, yeah. And he just gets set on fire for her.
Yeah.
So I only have one last other thing to bang on about, and I think then we can go into the scores.
I think so. Yeah, we've told long enough.
The whole concept of Daisy's dad being Goop.
Yes.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know what it's telling me, why, where, who thought of it, and just why. I don't get it.
The only thing is the fact that they've got this technology where they can this is why Toad gets turned into a Goomba, because it's like turn them back to a previous state in time, like the Cretaceous period or whatever.
So we'd be monkeys, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why they've got these guns that like de-evolve them or evolve them or whatever. So the Goop is like a really like primordial ooze, like for absolute basic fungus type thing to the beginning of life before life evolved further. So that's why it's like, oh well, you are at the lowest state you can possibly be. You can't be a threat to anybody because you're just Goop. I'm overthrowing you just to put you in this. But
then, do you remember that game? Spawns.
Spore. Yeah.
I love how he knew what I was going to say. That's kind of like it. So wouldn't he have been better off as a spore? I don't know. And then he could have evolved. Maybe he didn't want him to, I guess. But
no, without the thing, evolution takes like a good long time to do. You can't just radically speed it up unless you've got this magical technology that they have in the film and stuff. But
I just think it's a bit weird. I know obviously this Goop is trying to help Mario and Luigi throughout, which is great.
What's it? Trust the fungus, they say. So
yeah, exactly. Trust the fungus, and it does help him. But then it's the way Daisy goes, "Oh, this is my dad." It's like if someone said to me, "Oh, you're going to meet your dad for your first time," and he's like this weird ass Goop, I'd be like, "How do I know that that's my dad?" Do you know what I mean? Like, how does she sense? Oh, hi, Dad. Like,
yeah, it's not even like he was like doing something to point a direction or something, or like glow or something to like one glow for yes, two for no, or anything, or make a noise or anything like that. It's just whatever. Just very weird. Obviously it comes to a light where the join of the world starts to happen, but then doesn't, and it's like we stop King Koopa now because we've managed to de-evolve him back to him a dinosaur form and then make him goo, and then that's job done.
And then you get the devastating scene of where Mario and Luigi have to go back home, and Daisy's like, "I've got to stay here," and it's like you don't even feel like it's heartfelt, and you don't feel sorry for either one. They're looking devastated, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm not feeling any of this."
Well, Luigi's more helping with it, so yeah.
And then Mario does this little like, if you love her, you let her stay. Yeah. And it's like, oh, really? And then the ending is just a bit Ghostbuster-ish for me.
Yeah, at the end, the very end, it's like, was it, I can't remember, was it 3 weeks later or something? Like, some crap like that. It's like, Luigi's still moping about the fact that he's got Daisy, and then Daisy comes through and it's like, oh, like, you won't believe what happened, guys. And it's like, oh, Mario's like, I believe. And then it's like, ends.
Yeah, and then like off on another mission or something. Yeah. It's like, oh God, no, please don't make another film. Just leave it there, will you?
Yeah. God knows what they would have done. Maybe
some other crap.
Peach in that, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
But thank God they didn't make another.
Peach, so I'm even doubting myself. Are Peach and Daisy sisters then? I don't know.
That I don't know.
No, I don't even know that one. Well, I thought you did because Goombas and all this other stuff.
To be fair, they actually do plumbing jobs because they are plumbers, and they don't do much plumbing in the games, but they're actually.
Yeah, I don't get that really. To be fair, I don't know But then I played what it was called now. That's
Super Mario Sunshine.
Paradise thing, is it?
Yeah, Sunshine one, yeah.
Yeah, and they do soak up ink and stuff like that and water.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the closest one that I've played anyways.
Yeah.
To plumbing and pipes. But yeah, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Wasted an hour and a half of my life where I'm never going to get it back.
A little bit more, yeah.
Yeah, because now you've made me talk about it as well.
No, it wasn't an hour and a half. It was sadly a bit longer, but...
yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay, I think we can go to scoring now. Just to give you an insight into previous low scores, for you anyway.
Yeah.
You gave Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.5, not 4, like we said when it was a couple of episodes ago. But the lowest ones you've given are for Borat.
Yeah, I know that. That's a 2.
And Troll 2.
Which was that a 2?
That was a 2 also, yeah. So is that on the same level, do you think? That low?
It's low.
Or is it even lower than that?
I feel like it must be, because, like, I can't believe I'm going to actually say this. It's like Borat is a bit better, like, than this. I really couldn't tolerate this at all, and it felt like a chore. Like a really, really hard chore. And I don't know if it's because you've shown me so many classics and so many other films that I know now what I can see.
Yeah.
And I was like, why the hell are you putting this on? Like, I got really annoyed, actually. And I was like, I just want to do something else.
Yeah. So, well, you didn't even do that with Borat, so I've got a feeling that's got to give some credit to it.
And even like the Chainsaw Massacre, to be fair.
Yeah.
I did watch it. I
don't really disagree with your score on that.
I just think it's a bit weak.
Yeah.
I really do. And Troll 2, well, come on, that is shite, to be fair.
Shite, but at least there's some comedy value in that because of
not for me.
I mean, I gave it a low score on reflection, but in terms of like you can see they just laugh at that, whereas you can't really laugh.
I didn't laugh at any of this.
There's nothing funny. It's trying to be too serious. It's not.
I'm going to give my lowest score ever on SP Film Hero.
This is going to be a 1, is it?
It's going to be a 1.
Yeah.
And I can't believe that, because I didn't think anything could go belower than Borat. But you found something, so congratulations to you. Yeah, this is going to be a 1.
Okay, well.
I hated it. I can't even say there's anything good about it. And you spoil Mario and Luigi for me in this film. Like, I really can't find anything good. It's not even one single thing. Like, I'm a positive person and I'll try my hardest when there's something to try and say something's good, but it's shite. And that's my review. I'm not... I can't even try and go, oh, it was trying to be artistic and clever, because it wasn't. It was just flung together and it just felt like nobody really cared about it and none of it was coherent, and I don't think it was child friendly. And if I had a child, I won't, even a 7-year-old child, I don't think should watch it.
No, I don't think anybody should really watch it, to be fair.
No, don't watch it.
So I don't think... I mean, it is terrible. And the lowest ones I've given are 3s, and that's for Lion King remake.
God, that's a bit harsh. What about Beyonce in that? That's just because you love the Lion King so much.
Yeah, exactly. It just didn't need to... That's the one thing that didn't need to be remade. And Troll 2... Again, that was more like this isn't as good as I remember it. Obviously, it's not a good film anyway, but it's not even like on watching. I was a bit disappointed when watching that back. I'm like, this isn't enough. Even like I think maybe it's just kind of seen it too many times now, and it's just like it's worn off a little bit with that. But don't get me wrong, you find saying 1 because obviously you've got somewhat more of attachment to Mario and stuff like that. I'll give this one a 2, only because of the fact of because there's an element of
dinosaurs
with Yoshi is in it. He's okay, and that's a big stretch of something to give a whole point to really. And I mean they tried to do a story. It might not be a great story, but it's somewhat competent, but just in terms of the humor and everything else they were trying to go for, the some of the effects, even some of the little animatronic small dinosaurs. They looked a bit ropey. It's something you see like at a museum type of thing with like a
definitely
jerky round kind of thing.
Especially the one at the end with Coops going into
the dinosaur mode.
Yeah, that just looked ridiculous.
Yeah, so
don't get me wrong, at the age of the film, like, you can't expect things like that. But even like Ghostbusters, you know,
so much more to that, isn't it?
And it's probably roughly around the same kind of date or age, you know, of the film.
I think it was after the fact.
So there we go then. And Ghostbusters still stands now. I want looking, thinking it is a little bit ropey, but not compared to this.
Yeah.
So it just shows how little budget they had. But for me, Super Mario's like, who's actually paying for this? You know, is it Nintendo that have said, "Oh, this is a good idea, we'll do it"?
God knows, I don't think if they look,
because you just thought they'd have had a bigger budget to get like the effects.
No,
better than what they were.
I'll give it a 2 just for just very generous that, but that's the lowest one I've going for my
score. So 2 lowest scores ever then.
Yeah, I think so. It's
great.
Yeah.
Can we have something better next week, please?
We definitely will do. Yes.
We have got some guests lined up, so I think I'll be okay.
Yeah. So,
you won't do that to his guests.
Should be more of a fun time, yeah. So, thank you everybody for listening to this, however long this episode has gone on for. Hope you've enjoyed the ranting and raving and ruining Sophie's childhood a little bit.
Yeah. I love how you're laughing about that.
And you were excited to see.
I wish that I can find a crap Pokemon film that you would.
Yeah, well, there's quite a few.
Yeah, but you'd still be like, oh, it's
Pokemon. So be sure to check out all our other episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Good Pods. That's the new one. Where get the ranks. Get those ranks up and find us on social media under the handle SP_filmviewers. And rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or Podchaser for, being amazing. Yeah.
I mean, like, why not?
Yeah.
Also, if you want to leave us a lovely little comment, little kind of nice, well done, I don't know, something positiveness and feedback is always truly appreciated. We don't know if you guys are enjoying it or not unless you tell us, or if you want us to do something else,
Yeah.
It's always stuff like that. Also, we do have a lovely Buy Me a Coffee page, which Paul is entitled to all the coffees he can get because bless him, he works so hard editing my voice constantly. So yeah, if you do want to donate or buy us a coffee, then that's always appreciated as well.
So that being said, thank you very much for listening once again, and we will speak to you next time.
Speak to you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.